concerto for mouth organ and piano. Oh, you've come in late. I'm very sorry. I played the whole thing. It was a 20-minute piece. Instead, why don't we do this? On a Saturday, Sunday, regular crowd. I'm going to start. It's 8 o'clock on a Sunday. Regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man, he's sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. John at the bar, he's a friend of mine. He gets me my drinks for free. And he's quick with a joke, or he'll light up your smoke. But there's some place that he'd rather be. He said, John, I believe this is killing me. As a smile ran away from his face. Oh, I know I could be a big movie star if I could get out of this place. La la la, la la la, la la la, la la la, la la. Sing us a song of the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody. You are on you? You've got us feeling all right. It's a pretty good crowd for Sunday.
Yes, it is. Hello.
Sorry, could you... I don't get this. I'm going to look at you straight away. I don't get it. If I'm in a concert, in the middle of a concert, who's going to go, hello?
I bet they all wave back. You all wave, don't you?
I'm in the middle of a song. Do you think Billy goes, okay, I'll stop for this bit, whilst my wife says hello to the audience?
It's not just your wife, it's the manager.
That's a pretty good crowd for a Sunday. And the manager, she gives me a smile. If only you'd been living with me for the last day, you know how troubled that smile is.
Last day?
Last few days.
Last few days.
Because she knows that it's me. Actually, I don't know that it's me. Now I'm actually starting to doubt that. That has been planted in me, deep in my psyche. So my id is now saying, it's not you.
It's not you.
It's her. They're coming for the hair.
It's getting longer, isn't it?
Because she knows that it's me, her. They've been coming to see.
Yay!
To forget about life for a while. And you're going to hear a few songs from her tonight. From her new album. It's called The Sequin Dress. Album 1.
Jerry Cowie says Victor Borger would have responded. He would have done. He would have had people waving in his audience.
Actually, and that
He would
you
have
know,
done.
I've definitely shaken myself around Victor because I used to watch him as a kid, and then I did. In fact, one of my things I did, which was the page turning, was based on him. And the piano, it sounds like a carnival, and the microphone, it smells strangely like a beer. And they sit at the bar and put bread in my jar and say, man, what are you doing here? La 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 la. Sing us a song, you the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and we've got us feeling all right. As the mouth organ dies away and the piano dies, we welcome you here
We do.
once again
We do
to
into our
another
front room. And they actually,
JV.
they've been very reassuring. They come to see both of us. darling.
Can I say, you just used to sit over in the corner and be quiet. That's what you used to do. And now
Let me out of my
it's-
box. And that's it.
So, we welcome you to JV and Sue from the Steinway Room. And I'm wearing a jacket today. And the reason I'm wearing a jacket today is because it's been a year since we stopped.
Yeah. It was
We did our last. Where were we?
We were in Fetcham exactly a year ago
And
today.
Chrissy Fuller tells
was
me
there.
that she was there.
Karen Bate wasn't.
Karen Bate wasn't. Decided not to go.
Little did she know.
But it's been. I'm going to be talking about this quite a lot, and it's been a terrible week from our point of view. We've had our operation cancelled because I'm 5 pounds overweight, and they're not going to operate because they're not going to operate.
Not yet.
Unfortunately,
Not
and if
yet.
anybody is listening from the hospital, I'm going to complain because nobody spoke to me. They spoke to Sue. Not a word has been said, and it's not good. So, although the NHS is great in so many ways, today it was a disaster, and they didn't let me know. And so it's been a very difficult few days where we have to readjust now back to the whole thing of dialysis, if that's what we're going to do, which we have no choice. £5 with the help of
Bronnie
Bronwyn
from Slimming World. We'll
Bronwyn
crack
from,
it. We'll crack it. And
we'll
then we go
get
back
it
and we
done.
say,
Whatever. So there it is. That's our week. And Sue has had to put her mum this week on Wednesday into a care home and leave her there for 2 weeks without real contact. The phone, but she seems to have settled, so all is
She
fine.
does.
So it's been a week and a bit actually, and so into that comes the show a year on, and
well, the show started on April the 5th, technically. So it's just that a year ago today we did our last show, and it was all hand gel and elbows, and
we thought
all
we'd
the
get
rest
back
of
to
it.
earning,
We thought 6 weeks.
get
that
back
would be
to
it.
earning a living again, and that'd be fine.
Little did we know.
A year later, we're
Little
still
did we
here.
know.
You were very kind, those of you who wrote on the
Facebook.
Facebook about. It's called Facebook. It's not called the Facebook. This is not the definite
Is it
article.
not the
It's
Facebook?
called
Oh,
it's called Facebook. Children always laugh at us. Don't you get it? We're old people when we say the Facebook. It's not the face. It is just to help you here. The reason that our kids laugh at us is we call it the Facebook. It is Facebook. Okay, just Facebook on its own. Zuckerberg never named it the Facebook.
He should have done.
But what was interesting was how long we've been here and what we've been doing. I'm going to talk a little bit about it after I've sung a nice little song that it's just a lot of fun, and I know Rachel's going to have a lot of fun doing it.
One.
And so, Rachel, give it to us, baby. Swing, 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 swing. Anytime now would be good. Anytime now would be good. Swing. Anytime now would be good.
That's it. That's the one.
Why don't you swing down, Cherry, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, Cherry, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home on the other side. Swing, 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 swing. Why don't you swing, 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 swing? Well, Ezekiel went down in the middle of the field. He saw an angel working on a chariot wheel. He wasn't so particular about the chariot wheel. He just wanted to see how the chariot feel. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Swing, 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 swing. Why don't you swing, 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 swing? Well, Ezekiel went down and he got on board. The chariot went bumping on right down the road. Now he got so particular about bumping on the road. He just wanted to lay down his heavy load. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Right, come on, Marquez, and play a little organ, all right? Are you ready? Right down. Swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I got a home on the other side. Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Why don't you swing down, chariot, stop and let me ride? Rock me, Lord, calm and easy. I've got a home. I got a home on the other side. I got a home. I got a home on the other side. I got a home. I got a home on the other side. I got a home on the other side. Oh, yeah.
Woo! That was fun.
Thank you, Rachel.
That was great, Rachel. Well done.
Did you get that? Rachel?
Yeah, she got lots of the camera switches.
And she's been wanting to do that one for weeks. Now, we've done that. Those of you who are going to watch Spring Harvest when it comes up, that's one we did at Spring Harvest. Now, let's go into another song from the shows.
Another song from the shows. Since when was Swing Down Cherry?
A well-known song from My Fair Lady. I think somebody wanted this.
This is from South Pacific.
Me singing properly. Are you ready?
Sorry?
I've got to sing properly.
Yes, you have.
Some enchanted evening, may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room. So I'm having a look for my wife, and I don't know what the look was. What were you looking at?
There was just a slight tip over into you mucking it around. just a tad. Excuse me for noticing, but there was just a tad.
What the thing is, you've got to ask yourself out there, okay? This is a serious show. This isn't messing around, and I don't do that kind of thing. I think we're all clear.
Have you got your
now,
microphone?
We're all clear. Sorry?
You got your microphone?
Yeah. Why?
Okay, I just couldn't see it.
Yeah, it's here.
Okay.
So here I go. I've got to go again. She's wasted time now in challenging my veracity as a serious singer. Was veracity right the word? Some enchanted evening, you may see a stranger. You may see a stranger across a crowded room, and somehow you know even then, that somehow you'll see her again and again. Some enchanted evening, someone may be laughing. See, I can't resist it.
No, you
How
can't.
can you not resist that? You may say, look.
Listen.
Someone may be laughing.
For some reason, I don't think you're taking this seriously.
You may hear her laughing. Just hear her laughing across a crowded room, and night after night, as strange as it seems, the sound of her laughter will sing in your dream. Who can explain it? Who can tell you why? Fools give you reasons, wise men never try. Some enchanted evening, when you find your true love, when you hear her call you across a crowded room, then fly to her side and make her your own. Oh, through your life you may dream all alone. Once you have found her, here we go. Never let her go.
Big end now.
Everybody sing now. Big
Big
end.
end.
Once you have found her, never let her go. That's her calling across the Candy Room.
Across the Candy Room. And it was from South Pacific. That's the one it's from. You mentioned My Fair Lady, which confused a lot of people.
Joke. My Fair Lady. I know.
And
I don't want letters now.
Can I just say,
Gordon
Samantha,
Bennett,
I'm
what?
sorry, that was for you to remember.
No, it wasn't. To be fair.
To remember your mum, who would have been 90 today.
No, actually, Samantha, that's not for you. All right?
You sing songs for the show.
Yeah. Well, that was just That's because I can never... Do you know what? That goes back to... I remember it now. The reason because I used to sing it when I was knee-high. Now, I came across... It's interesting, having Sue's mum move out of her flat, and I found a little tape recorder, as in cassette recorder. Remember cassettes? A little Walkman, and she kept it, as people of her age did, in a little case. It's been kept in a drawer
with all the cassettes.
15 years. She wouldn't, at least 15 years, she hasn't listened to anything like that. Right?
No.
With all the cassettes. And a number of them were of us singing. And one of them was me doing a concert in 1990, when I was just a rising star and just coming out of viral encephalitis. And it's of me singing. And I have to say... Okay, and I'm going to say this, Lucas, I was quite good back in the day. I was. So when you sing, and you can sing the top E natural, or even an F, all right? And you can sing all that. Now, those were the days. And I'm going to do a piece a bit later on from, who was it for? Lord God of Abraham.
Elaine Hayward suggested it.
Elaine Hayward, some time ago. And it's very difficult to play and sing this one, but I'm going to try and do it. But
difficult has never been the problem for you, darling.
Sorry?
Difficult is not.
It's always been a problem for me.
For you.
However, Samantha, who has invited us to Toulouse.
To Toulouse.
I don't know what. And I think it's to. Did you meant to
nothing
the lose?
Nothing to lose.
Right. Well, and Zena is out there. And anyway, she's also from Toulouse, and so what we'll do is we'll bunk up. Sue can sleep with Samantha, and I'll sleep in Zena's place. So we'll be kind of
mix the match.
Mix the match.
Yeah.
Okay, and then I'll do a concert in Zena's flat because then we'll be on the 18th lockdown, and all I want now, Samantha, this is your song, and in fact. You're going to have a very, very rare treat that I'm just going to play the piano.
Yes, right.
Right? Here we go. And this one is from My Fair Lady, all right?
Correct.
And Sue used to sing it years ago when she did her tour of old people's homes then.
Yes, it was, actually.
It
All I want is a room somewhere far away from the cold night air, with one enormous chair. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Lots of chocolates for me to eat.
Not right now.
Lots of coal making lots of eat. Warm face, warm hands, warm feet. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely? Oh, so lovely, sitting absolutely blooming still. I would never budge till spring crept over the windowsill. Someone's head resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be, who takes good care of me. Oh, wouldn't it be lovely?
Lovely.
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 Lovely. Till spring crept over the windowsill, someone's head resting on my knee, warm and tender as he can be, lovely.
Haven't done that since our last tour of Old People's Homes in 1855.
Yes, well, we might be starting them again,
might be
darling.
doing That might be the only way we can actually make any money. Where they'll pay us 40 quid.
Yeah, and we'd love it.
We pay you 40 quid,
love it.
and they won't. And everybody will be sitting around in the big ring, and they'll go. The last time I went to something like that, I'd just been on telly, and I went along, and I'd just been on, and I was on telly all the time at that time, and I went into an old people's home, and I said, "Hello, dear," and I'd been on Songs of Praise singing something, and I said, "Hello, dear, do you know who I am?" She said, "No, but if you ask Matron, I'm sure she can help you." And that is the. Could you laugh?
It's just an old one.
I'm working here. Oh, right, okay. Now we're going to have a chat soon to an old friend, and I'm going to do this as a wonderful one of the world. It's for somebody.
Yes, this is requested from Carol and John Evans. You've got a new grandson this week. Congratulations.
Is this it's from
Yes, it's
Alton?
No, brother and wife. So they're from East Grinstead. And so little boy born, we don't know his name yet, but well done Charlotte and Finn and big brother Tristan, and we look forward to hearing more, but this is for you.
I see trees of green and red roses too. I see them bloom for me and for you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of the people passing by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. Well, I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. What a wonderful world. And a song, actually, for my first cousin, from Andre.
Andre and Karen.
Who's listening in Canada, I think, as we speak. And I spoke to my auntie Yvonne and Wayne today in Canada, and we wish them all the very best in there. They've still got snow. But this was for Andre and his wife. Is it Karen?
Karen.
And it's lovely to. I didn't even know you were my first cousin, but there you go. My mother was
connection.
one of 11. My father was one of 8. So we've got cousins, and they were middle children and youngest child of. So I've got, I think, thousands of cousins out there around the world who are joining and more joining. And I think I've got my aunt Shirley, who's my my mother's sister, one of them, she's also listening now in, and as well as
So
Esther
are you saying that
in
most of
St.
these people
Vincent,
that are watching are family?
Yeah, I think about 8 people who are not family. So it's nice to have. Anyway. From the album, You Raised Me Up.
Oh, so it is.
I used to think that I could not go on, and life was nothing but an awful song. But now I know the meaning of true love. I'm leaning on the everlasting arms. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. I believe I can fly. See, I was on the verge of breaking down. And sometimes silence can seem so loud. There are miracles in life I must achieve, but first I know it starts inside of me. If I can see it, then I can do it. If I just believe it, there's nothing to it. I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. I think about it every night and day. I spread my wings and fly away. I believe I can soar. I see me running through that open door. I believe I can fly. 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 Now, when was the last time I sung that in public? Years.
Ooh, well, it must have been over a year ago.
It will. Now we're gonna. I stopped doing it in public, actually.
Yes. No, you did. I'm just sorry.
Right.
To
You
come
went
down
like this. You said, yeah.
Yes.
And
You lost confidence,
having
you
been
did.
married to
You
you
lost
for that
confidence.
long, that means, yeah, and I know why.
But people enjoyed it very much.
Did you enjoy it
They
out
did
there?
enjoy it.
Because
They
I
did
can't
enjoy
see
it.
whether you
No,
enjoyed
no.
it or not. So actually, could
No,
you just...
a lot of people.
By the
Michelle
way-
says it's her song with her husband, so
Right.
that's nice.
Can I just also ask
Some
you, do you like the
John-
look?
They do. They like the jacket very much.
No, the look. This is very
Oh,
trendy, apparently.
really?
And I am cutting edge, as you know, fashion-wise. Sorry?
Yes. Dear.
And the hair, do you like the hair? And to lose the weight, I've cut off a lot of my chin and everything else. I've got, it's that pound of flesh, Merchant of Venice, think of them, okay? That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to present them with a pound or two of flesh and say, what about that,
What about that one?
Mrs. Surgeon? Oh,
Right.
do you think they've looked at this? Do you think the surgeons looked at this? Do you think they care? They don't, do they? I've always tried. Do you know who I am? It's always worth a shot, that one. And if they say no, you go, well, that was worth a try.
It was worth a try.
Now listen, I'm gonna bring on. Oh, where's the letter I had? Have I moved it out? Oh, don't. I wanted to read a letter out. But can we bring on, please, my esteemed friend?
Yes, he's ready.
Is
waiting
he ready?
In the waiting
Right,
room.
put him on then. Put him on.
Ready.
I can't find the letter now. Oh, I can. It's here. Stop looking.
Sorry, Adrian.
Okay, could you stop looking now? It's fine. All right, I found it. All right, Adrian, where are you?
I'm here, Jonathan.
About time too. Where have you been all the time? Now, if we just look, just behind you, all right. I just want people who've not seen the sea, which is nearly all of us, apart from you and last week, Sue Legg and Stephen, who live right by the sea in Bognor, just up from Bognor in the Aldwick Park estate in Pagham, near Pagham, you see. And so, but you look out, just part the curtain at the back. I know they can't see it. I just want you to part the curtain at the back. All right.
Well, that would be the sea there, over there in the distance, but you can't see it because it's pitch black.
Yeah, but that's not the point, is it? The point is that actually that will do. The fact is that we can dream that it is the sea. All right.
Well, when the clocks change, comes back and we can have a good look.
Well, I think we will, and I think actually it's a beautiful view from that house. I can only say that it is. Whenever we go up there, it takes the only house I actually know that we take rope and tackle, and we've got crampons to get up to the top. Okay, I'm talking. The house is on a hill like this. Okay, when you park the car, you better hope your handbrake's good. That is true, isn't it?
It is true. Ventnor is one. Well, I live in Ventnor on the Isle of Wight, and Ventnor's one of those places that's full of hills, but you always seem to be walking up, never down.
Never down. It's true. Have you ever had ice there that you can't? What happens if you can't park on your drive?
When we had the old beast from the east a few years ago,
yes,
didn't know the whole island got covered in ice, and what I didn't know was went out the front door and we just went down the drive. Just couldn't. And my son Joel, who you've met.
Oh, you're frozen.
He was trying to go to work.
Yeah.
He just couldn't get anywhere. It was quite amazing.
Yeah, well, those are the days when you hope you're not on the island from the beast in the east. Now, I've got you on Adrian, for a specific reason, not to just chat to old friends, although it's always pleasant to chat to old friends, and you've been with us pretty much from the beginning of this journey. Bless you, sir, if you could just... Right. And we started this, it was hatched really as a plan in a restaurant in the Isle of Wight, you and I.
It was.
And this trust, remember that?
I do, very much so. And it was quite a magical moment looking back. To this day, I've never asked you this. Did you make it up out your head? Did it seem like a good idea at the time? Or was it something that you've had a vision on for a long time?
I think what happened, and I think this is something we can talk, it's nice to talk about this, because one of the things about this group of people is that it was fairly quickly established that people had the desire for community. And within that desire for community, for me, within the Christian church, the immediate thing about church and any Christian group of people or non-Christians is that we give. That we give to those people as soon as we see need. My instinct is to help them. And what we saw was need from the beginning for people to find community, and then to have, there were so many issues with so many people that needed an arm around them. And so what we immediately assessed was that we needed to help them. And I wanted to form some kind of formal way of this group of people, this JV community, well, as it was called by them, not by me, but our community together to do something. And it was ironic that the person I felt, the only person I could go to start this off, lived on the Isle of Wight, because you're an ideas man. You get it going. You're a man like me. You're frustrated by process. And what you want is to help people. You want to get it going. You want it to see things change. And that was your business life, and that was my business life, and that's the way why we're doing this evening. So when I thought about that, and you took us out for that lovely dinner, to think that was one of the last dinners we went out for.
It was half price, Jonathan.
It was. You did check that, didn't you? Good man. Yeah, good. It was half price. It's true. But from that moment, I thought you were the man for the job, and I needed it to be distant from us. I needed so that propriety, from financial propriety, it had to be distant from us. But what it's shown to me is that, you know, as we've raised money and as people have given to you, and tonight will be about community. It will be about this. We're talking about another charity that needs help from this community. And what we've seen is the generosity of people in quite an extreme level. We have, haven't we, Sue? I mean, wouldn't you agree with that? That's been... Now, so was it my idea? Yes, it was my idea that I sprung on Sue and on you. And it was a light bulb moment when I was thinking we could do something here that leaves a legacy past this that we've got on tonight, you know, that's just the community. And if I die tomorrow, then actually something will be left as a lasting memorial of this group of people.
And I think, and Jonathan, I think you slightly undersell yourself, which is unusual for you. But in the time that we've known each other, I've come to know you as somebody who has, when you do something, you have an amazing, well, you both do, an amazing passion for it, whether it's swimming in the sea, driving cars, or the people you meet. And, you know, I've seen the people you meet come away feeling valued, feeling special, and feeling cared for. And, you know, we know that as trustees, we know we want to, we agreed we would separate ourselves from you and Sue, so there was no comeback as to coercion or anything else. The passion that you have, and every single one person on the community believes they know you personally because of the passion that you both create for people. And I know how terrible it is for you not to be able to meet people face to face, the buzz you get. And the trust is something that allows us to disseminate that passion to everybody. And, you know, the people that we have come into contact with that have made applications, and the incredible generosity of the people that have given. And, you know, whether it's a small amount or a big amount is actually not important. It's that people do it willingly, not forcefully.
Yes.
And the trustees, when we meet probably once a fortnight to discuss to review the applications. But as Jonathan Stevens, who came on here a few weeks ago, said, you know, we find it humbling, we find it incredibly moving. And for those that pray, for those that believe in great thoughts, we always open with a word of prayer and give thanks for the opportunity that we've been given to do this. And we feel, in a way, it is a ministry. And I know those words are important to you, a ministry. And the trust for us is a ministry. You know, the applications that we get, they come in from all sorts of sources, but mainly from, I guess, association with both you and Sue is where a lot of them start. But I'd like to say to everybody, please don't be afraid to talk to us. You know, everything is dealt with in confidence. And many times, in fact, every time, we don't go back to Jonathan and Sue, much to their annoyance sometimes, but we don't go back and tell them what's happened because it's private and it's personal to individuals. So we take it exceptionally seriously as trustees. We really do. And it's, you know, we get email requests, or you and I have conversations, or Sue and I have conversations with the trustees, and we respond to people as quickly as we can. And then we get we do have to have some form of process. But the process, so everybody knows, is we ask for as much information as we can. And the more information people can give us allows us to make the right decisions, not because we want to cause pain and slow down, but so that we make sure we're making the right decisions, so
Yes.
that we understand if somebody is asking for A, we've considered B and C as well. So, we do get quite a bit of communication going. We've had some wonderful conversations with people that have left us almost in tears with some of the conversations we've had. So we need as much information we can. So no apologies for sending these backwards and forwards.
But what about when you get, could you give us loosely, without being personal, can you give us some stats and what's been going on and without naming names?
Well, certainly we wouldn't name names. And, we've made a number of grants, and, we're not saying one or two, we've made a number of grants. And these are, I guess, really diverse. Food vouchers. Somebody wanted some money for some coal, which we provided. The trust provided. Somebody had some clothes stolen from a room. They were staying in this place, and it wasn't just their clothes. They had every single thing they stood up in stolen. And they had nowhere to go, nothing to do. Some love gifts of finance, but some of these we love. Being able to help people. A lady wanted to help towards a replacement boiler because she was freezing cold. A new washing machine and fridge freezer, and we thank God for companies like Amazon that can deliver these.
Yes.
A microwave. And wonderful story, somebody's glasses broken, so we were able to help in spectacles broken.
See, this is just this for me. Is that this is where it's at. This is where at the arm round somebody as we looked at it. You remember that we talked about in the restaurant there? It was putting an arm around somebody and saying, we can't finance your whole life, but what we can do is just help you today. That's what you're talking about, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. And also, a few weeks ago, you had someone, I've forgotten his name, I apologize, Christians Against Poverty. So
yes,
we've been able to direct people towards things. We cannot solve debt. We're not structured in that way to do anything like that at all.
No.
Or to, solve credit card issues, but to make the small, as you said, acts of kindness, which I love that phrase, is so important to us.
I have you won't have received this. I will not give names, but I'm just going to read out two notes that we got. Dear Jonathan, Sue, and the You've Got a Friend trustees, thank you so much for granting me the check of X for a new fridge freezer. It will definitely help me and my son when we moved into the flat. I'm looking forward into moving and settling into my new home. Lots of love, and the person's name. Wow. And it was accompanied, it was given, and somebody, again from Worcester, had written to me and said, so-and-so and I are so grateful for your financial support this person has received recently from You Got a Friend. Since we've started fostering, we have realised how great a need there is amongst the young parents who we're involved with. It is a privilege to be able to support, encourage, and bless these people who are in care. We have observed that these people have a lack of self-worth and a disbelief that anyone will want to help them or be interested in seeing them succeed. Isn't that extraordinary? Thank you so much for the gift. So-and-so has been allocated a flat and is excited to furnish it. She's looking forward to moving in after the 31st of March as her placement here has been successful. Yours sincerely, and blah, blah. And you know what? I received it the other day, and I thought, that's what it's about.
Yes.
That's what it's about.
Absolutely.
That's what we raised money for at the beginning. That's what we're giving this week's amount. We're giving whatever the 25% is this week from last week when they send to you by the trust. for you to administer, and we are very grateful. I mean, have you anything else to say just before you close down? I've got to sing some more songs.
Well, I just want to pay tribute to my fellow trustees, Jonathan and Colin and Deborah. You know, they're magnificent. They make sure we look at everything. But also, Jonathan, just want to say thank you to everyone who's given.
Yes.
And I don't think we've said over the last weeks, but Andy's bike ride, we believe because it's quite difficult to manage in separate fund, we believe is about over £350, which is outstanding. So
outstanding.
Huge.
Well done, Andy. Get on that bike again, Andrew. And
I don't know if he's stuck out in this wind at the moment.
He's knackered. He can't do any more. Leave the poor boy alone.
I keep looking to see if he's gone past Ventnor, but he hasn't, Jonathan, yet. Pushing the car.
Oh boy, I think actually he is an island lover and often stays on the island. So I think what he might do, what we might be able to coerce him into doing, is doing around the island cycle. Definitely.
Wouldn't that be great?
That's not very far. He could do that in half an hour, the way he's doing. But anyway, that's Adrian. It's always lovely having you on.
And you.
You'll come back regularly. People can give to You've Got a Friend Trust. However they want to give it, but contact the trust. You can give it in small amounts, in large amounts. If you feel like giving a big donation, please do so. If you feel like giving a £5, then please do so. It's not, as Adrian said, it's not the amount, it's the gift that from small amounts, from large amounts of people, are small amounts of money. And all of that adds up to something that the trust can use. And if you feel that, just one more time, Adrian, if people want to apply for it, what do they do?
The best, they can do two things. There is the Got a Friend Trust on Facebook, or they contact us on email, gotafriend2020@gmail.com. And, you know, that comes directly to me, so everyone knows. It doesn't go into some answering service. It comes directly to me, and we respond as quickly as we can. But I think I just want to say, don't be afraid to talk to us. And if you can't talk to us, talk to Sue or Jonathan, but do talk. Don't keep it to yourself, really. And dropping that stone in a pond makes a lot of ripples. And that's what we want to do, make a lot of ripples. Thanks, Jonathan.
Great, mate. Great. We'll talk tomorrow, but I can't wait to get to the Isle of Wight. I need the sea. Bless you, my brother. Be good.
Bye.
Love to Nicola.
I will, thank you.
When you're down and trouble, and you need some love and care, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call up my name, join in with me, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend. If the sky above you grows dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind begins to blow, keep your head together now and call my name out loud. be knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you gotta do is call, and I'll be there. Yes, I will. You've got a friend, oh darling. You've got a friend, oh darling.
You've got a friend.
You've got a friend. You've got a friend. Last time, and as Reggie said, you've got a friend. And here's a song. Who's this for?
So this is for you, Miriam. Miriam Gudgeon, you are 85 today. So congratulations, happy birthday. This is the biggest birthday party you'll ever have, I reckon. So happy birthday, 85 today, but also this is for John and Margaret Evans. It's your golden anniversary this week, and you also wanted this one. So for both of you, congratulations on your celebrations this week.
I have heard so many songs, listened to 1,000 tongues, but there is one that sounds above them all. Father's song, the Father's love, you sung it over me. Eternity is written on my heart. Heaven's perfect melody, the Creator's symphony. You are singing over me, the Father's song. Heaven's perfect mystery, the Father's love is sent for me. Now you're singing over me, the Father's song. Heaven's perfect melody, the Creator's symphony. You are singing over me, the Father's song. Heaven's perfect mystery, the King of love has sent for me. Now you're singing over me, the Father's song. What's the time?
Lovely.
I think one more time, and
one more.
we've got Andrew on the other. But I'm going to sing the prayer before we go into this.
This
is a big
is for
song.
you, Ruth. Ruth Shelsher, this one is for you.
You asked for it this week, and it's been a difficult week. I know where you are. I also want to sing this for Andy, brother Andy, who's not been with us of late and has felt really isolated.
Oh, Andrew.
And things haven't been what they should be. He's lost his cat,
No,
I think.
that's hard.
And I think actually the support hasn't been there. So if those of you be in contact with Andy, could you just write to him, please? And just reassure him that this community is in touch with everybody, all right?
Yeah.
Doesn't matter who you are or what you are, you just are loved by this community without exception, all right? And Andrew, I will try and speak to you in dialysis tomorrow, but in the meantime, this song is the prayer, and it's a difficult song, it's a big song. And then I come to our second guest for this evening. I pray you'll be our eyes and watch us where we go, and help us to be wise in times when we don't know. Let this be our prayer when we lose our way. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, to a place where we'll be safe. I pray we'll find your light and hold it in our hearts. When stars go out each night, remind us where you are. Let this be our prayer when shadows fill our day. Lead us to a place, guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be safe. A world where pain and sorrow will be ended, and every heart that's broken will be mended, and we'll remember we are all God's children, reaching out to touch you, reaching to the sky. We ask that life be kind and watch us from above. We hope each soul will find another soul to love. Let this be our prayer, just like every child needs to find a place. Guide us with your grace, give us faith so we'll be saved.
was beautiful, my darling. Beautiful. Sung with great feeling.
Sung with great feeling. And now we move to another guest. Oh, does that say? I've got. Oh, we get low battery.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. 10%.
Oh, you'd have to talk quickly then.
And I need to.
You can't, darling, because it's the same port.
Oh.
So start the interview quickly.
Right, Andrew. Let's talk. We can't. No, we can't do that. We'll have to swap to. Darling, it's got 10%. It will die. Okay, I'll need to close. Let me just. Andrew, can you believe it? As you can imagine, my device is about to die, so I'm going to join. I'm going to join with my other device as well.
Okay.
This is so that we can. I'm talking to my tech team now, guys. I'm about to just go to. I don't want to lose Andrew halfway through, so I'm going to join the meeting as well. Oh, here we go. There it is. Join a meeting. I'm joining it now on my. Join my video. There we go. Connecting. Can you let me in? Thank you, everybody.
There we go. Right.
So we're going to cut that. We're going to turn that off.
Is that better? How's that?
How's that? Have we lost him?
No, I'm still here.
No, there you are.
I'm here. How are you?
Excellent. Hello, mate. Oh,
Hi.
hold on. One second, Andrew. This is my fault. Nobody else's. I didn't realise it was down so much. We didn't check it before we did it. Okay. And Sue, can I have your stand, please? Let me have your stand. So, Andrew, now, welcome to the show. And it's, despite my technical incompetence, here I am. And you can see me. I don't know whether people can see. I've got me walking a dog in the background. Look. Here, can you see that? Oh, it doesn't appear.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. A quiz for you. Okay, I've got... So, Andrew, welcome to JV Live in the Steinway Room.
Thank you for having me
with all
on.
the technical rubbish that we've got going on and all my stuff. Tell us a little bit about how we know you, and I'll tell them a little bit about, at the back of me, what goes on here. So go on,
Okay.
talk to me.
Well, I think the last time I saw you was in McDonald's in Salisbury just before midnight after a concert. And you very kindly came down with the boys and did a fantastic evening for us back in, I don't know, must have been about 2015. I was Director of Operations at St Paul's Church in Salisbury then, and we invited you over and had a brilliant evening, I seem to remember.
Yes, indeed.
It was a fabulous evening, and in fact, it's where the blue picture, I don't think, no, I can't, can it? Okay, it's over here. That one
Yeah,
there.
we can see it. Yeah.
Do you remember that? That. You had a great big banner. You had me in a great big, it was on a TV screen at the back, and there was a photographer there from my record company, and he came and he just went, this is fantastic. And we used that picture for years to come. But we all remembered, the boys remembered that, but it was such a great gig.
It
and
was lovely, really good.
Really standing ovation, and they were so appreciative, but people were moved and touched, and I think by the family and all the rest of it. Now, Andrew, Sue then told me recently that you'd written and talked about a lot about what you were doing, and I want to find out about that in a bit. But I wanted, and we're going to do just one long interview, and then I'll sing some more songs at the end.
Okay.
But we want to talk. Have you recently retired? What did you do for a living? What was your?
Well, I started out, left school at 16, became a carpenter and joiner apprentice. And after that, I moved on to manage building sites. And after that, I became Cathedral Clerk of the Works at Salisbury. So that was an interesting
Oh my goodness,
job.
Cathedral Clerk. Right.
I know. Not many of them around.
No, actually. So what does that involve?
Well, there was a large works department on the side of the cathedral. And I joined just about the time that, I don't know if people remember, but we had the whole of the spire and the tower and the west front covered in scaffolding, And Prince Charles was our president, and we spent quite a lot of money restoring all of that. So I was managing the guys in the workshops and keeping all that work going along.
That is fantastic. Well, it's such a beautiful cathedral. I mean, it's stunning.
Yeah.
It's quite a stunning piece of work. And also, let's not forget Novichok.
Absolutely.
Which was right round the corner from where your church was, I seem to remember.
It was, yeah. The guys must have walked straight past from the station on their way up Wilton Road. So,
oh my goodness!
Pretty local, yeah.
So did you arrest them yourself? Was that
No,
was that? No, you didn't. Okay. Well, I was just checking whether you were involved with the arrest, because that would have been a coup, wouldn't it? Yeah. Yes, I bet you would. And so you retired from there when?
Well, I left the cathedral back in 2002 because I clearly felt God calling me to go and work in my local church, St Paul's Church, where we met you, as director of operations. And part of the reason for that, and I think God had been sort of training me up over the years to do this job, because it involved quite a big building redevelopment program. And obviously my background was in building. I'd learned a bit about the Anglican Church while I was in the cathedral. So those two things came together, and it's amazing how God trains us for what's coming next. So I managed the operations at St Paul's, including a £1.5 million building redevelopment.
Gosh.
And I was there for 14 years. And during that time, the congregation decided very wisely and beautifully that they wanted to raise more money than we actually needed, so that they could give some away, a bit like you do with your trust.
Yeah.
So an extra 10% was raised. And we had a guy in the church at the time who was a mission partner with Tear Fund. And he said, please, could we have some of that money to build one of 13 clinics out in South Sudan? And the reason that they wanted to build 13 clinics was they were going to space them apart out in the bush so that nobody had to walk more than 3 hours to get to see the doctor.
Oh my goodness!
That's amazing.
It's just such extraordinary, isn't it? When you think nobody has to walk more than 3 hours.
I know. Yeah,
if we walk more than 3 minutes, we're.
I know. Yeah, and we complain if we can't get an appointment.
Yeah.
Anyway, that we said yes, and I had the privilege, massive privilege, of flying over to South Sudan and meeting up with them in Juba, and then the wonderful MAF flew us up into the northern part of South Sudan, into a very rural spot. And I was able to visit the building project as it was going along. And because of my background in the building industry, I was able to chat to the guys on the site. It's so rural. They were making the bricks by hand and drying them in the sun. And it's an amazing project. But while I was there, God, I think, put his hand on me and said, this is South Sudan, Andrew. I want you to get used to it because you'll be back. And I didn't know why at the time, but I was fairly certain that something in the future would mean that I'd be going back to South Sudan to serve the people there. So I stayed.
That's quite a journey. Can I just ask you? This is just people chatting, okay? Because we have a lot of people who are Christian out there who are listening to this, and who request Christian songs, and they give because they're Christian. When you say things like, and I just always like to challenge everybody. Yeah. When you say God told me, and I just felt that God, what do you mean by that? If I have to pin you down and say, right, Andrew, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I guess it goes back to when I was 14. Really, I was away at a Christian camp, and I was really challenged there as to whether or not I was going to go on following God, and I stood in response to what had been said and promised that I'd do anything and go anywhere. And I think that all the way through my life, God's kind of said, this is the next step, this is the next step, this is the next step. And while I was in South Sudan, it's like he said, this is not the next step, but one day you'll be coming back here. It's just I don't know. I don't like to talk about nice feelings.
We're not good at feelings, are we, men, you and me?
But I was fairly sure in my spirit that there was something for me to do later on in life. I had to go back to St Paul's and carry on my job because the building projects weren't finished. So it was 2015-16 before I finally left St Paul's and moved in to work with South Sudan.
This is, it's quite as you know, we were involved with various projects like Compassion and World Vision, and Compassion for many years. And we went out and we visited Addis Ababa, and we saw right out in the rural places where poverty really does strike hard. And once you've seen it, you can't unsee it. That's one thing I've said coming back here. It's very difficult for people who have a level of everything to come back to this, where to know that people are living on less than $1 a day, and millions of people are living like that. It's not
Absolutely.
just one or two, but millions of people.
Yeah, they're living right on the breadline. Absolute basic.
Yeah. And does that move you? Does that move you to just the milk of human kindness? Is that also part of what you are as a human being?
Yeah, I think so. I'm often challenged because, I said I do these things because I'm a Christian, and I do, but there are non-Christians and people who don't profess faith who do equally good things.
Exactly.
So, the human nature is such that we want to help other people. So some of it comes from there.
What happened? Let's talk specifics, because I in reading the documentation, you have to raise 8,500. Is that correct?
Well, our current project is to raise money for some seeds. Let me just explain how we work.
Please tell us.
Yeah. So, as a charity, we don't give money away to the South Sudanese. I love that little line that if you give a man a fish, he'll eat for one day.
Yes.
But if you teach him how to fish and give him a net, he'll feed his family for the rest of his life.
Yes.
So it's a bit like that with us. We teach people to do things, and we give them the equipment to do it, and then we empower them to carry on without us. So we sometimes say we don't give people a hand out, we give them a hand up. And
that's great.
So that's how we've been working, and we've done several projects up to now. I think there's a picture coming up. We provided 300 pairs of Wellington boots for the women who worked in the fields, because my colleague and his wife were over back in 2017, and Katie was very touched by the plight of these ladies who were working in the fields in flip-flops, and their feet were being torn by brambles and bitten by ants. And so she came back, and we raised money to buy 300 pairs of welly boots.
Let's get that picture up. Can we see that? There we go.
That's not 300, obviously. That's just a small selection. But
no, but just putting the right foot in, the right foot in, the right foot out. Shake it all about.
Yeah, we did the hokey cokey with them.
Hokey cokey, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
that's
just to see the joy on their faces when you present them with their welly boots was amazing. And then we provided 10 charcoal-fired bread ovens to Mothers Union groups so that they could bake bread for their families and the community around them. There's the oven in the middle, and we got the local workshop to make them up, and they've been distributed around now to 10 different groups. So there's a lot of bread being baked. And earlier this year, we sent some money out to help with coronavirus emergency funding for food and soap and supplies. But then perhaps the biggest thing we've done, we did a business training workshop last year. We took 7 UK business people over. They funded themselves, and we ran a workshop, and there's a picture of the building in which we ran it. We got 80 young South Sudanese entrepreneurs in from the refugee camp, and we trained them in business studies for 4 days.
Fab.
And then we gave them a certificate, and at the end of it, we set them up into community saving groups so that they could save money and lend money to each other so that their businesses could grow, because before that there was no means of borrowing money. So that's amazing.
Again, you don't even consider that as you just think, well, just go and borrow some money from the bank, or
there is no
whatever.
bank.
But there's no bank. So this latest project, tell us a bit about this.
Okay. So we've been working with South Sudanese refugees. Back in 2017, 4 million people were forced to run away from South Sudan. They're running for their lives, literally.
Yes.
It was the 3rd largest refugee crisis in the world after Syria and Afghanistan. And a lot of them ran into Uganda, which is where we've been working with them. Yes. And they've been living in refugee camps there. But now that the ceasefire, that's hard for me to say, the ceasefire has been signed back in South Sudan, they're beginning to go back, and probably about 78,000 people have gone back now. But when they get there, there's nothing there, because their homes were ransacked, their lands were ransacked. So what we're trying to do is provide them with seeds and hand tools so that coming up now in the wet season, they can sow some seeds and grow themselves a crop. They've been relying on UN handouts for food, but that's no longer available once they go back. So we want to provide seeds so they can grow maize and beans and nuts and cassava and have a harvest later this year. And obviously, once they've harvested, they'll save some of the seed, and that will go on producing food next year and in years to come. So we want to provide 500 of the most vulnerable households with enough seed and enough hand tools to be able to produce food this year. And that's going to cost about $11,000, £8,500, something like that. And so far,
you've raised about half of that. Is that right?
About half has come in already. That's right. Yeah. So
what are your sources? What are your sources of income? Where do you get money from?
Well, we're fishing from quite a small pool, really. When we set the charity up back in 2018, all of the trustees had friends. So we started with them, and then they had friends, and we moved out a bit. And we've now got about 150 people that we write to every other month, and they're very generous and give us some donations. And they tell their work colleagues about it, and we've got a give.net page set up so that we get some money in through that. But we're conscious that we fish from quite a small pool. Yes, so it occurred to me that the JV community is a wonderfully large pool. And we just wanted to give the opportunity, if people want to help us.
Andrew, I have to say that as a community, it's one of the things you heard from You Got a Friend Trust. They are a wonderfully generous group of people.
Yeah, they sure are.
And a lot of people really responding as we're speaking now. Right. A lot of people are responding to this, and so I'm going to say to them, I'm going to ask you, as their esteemed leader and guide. All right, this is me. That's me, not you. This is me. Right. We want to. How can they help? What would be a contribution? Because often people just need a steer. They need a little bit of a steer. Yeah. But I have to keep looking up rather than looking down. I'm looking down at the phone. Give them a steer. What would be a helpful amount if a number of people gave? You need £4,000. Yeah. JV community, how can they help you to do that?
Well, it's a bit like Adrian was saying earlier. Everybody who can give, no matter how small, whether it's the widow's mite or £1,000, it doesn't matter. It all goes to helping. But let me just give you a bit of a breakdown. With £5, we could provide somebody with a hoe, so that they can prepare their land and weed out the weeds as the crops are growing. £12 would buy a bucket of maize for a family, and that would be enough for them to sow. £30 would enable a family to plant around half an acre of mixed crops, and £60 a whole acre. So those are the kind of scales, and I'm very happy to, if you want to give my email address out, I'm very happy to help people a bit further if they'd like me to. But, anything £5, £10, £30, whatever people can afford will all help to build that amount. And they can gift aid it as well. So that obviously increases
even better
the value.
Have we got, I can't see, yes, it's up there already. Donate to. And that page is going to stay there, Andrew, throughout the week, of course. And in fact, as people watch, they can give again. And I'm going to encourage people out there in the JV community. These are tough times for us in this country, but they're nowhere near as tough.
No,
I know 1 week's money will be a year's salary, if not more and above. So I'm just going to encourage people that do have facility. This is going to be a week. It's almost like a celebration of a year that you guys have been giving to us to keep our ministry going, and we give out. And 25%, this, as you know. This week will go to you, whatever we receive,
it's really
and
kind.
We will be depositing that to you. But also, I would love people to give generously directly to you as well.
Thank you.
Now, that's going to be our giving from what people give us. What I would love to see is people be transformative in the way that they're giving and do what they can. That's all. If people are out there and they cannot give because they don't have anything to give, then don't rely on the people that do have, that can give, and that will be fine. Andrew, it's been lovely having you on. We like what we call bite-size charities. It makes where we can make a difference to what you're doing. Often with massive charities, what we do is a drop in the ocean. Yeah. And we love to just help people weekly, almost like a gift that they're giving, that they would be giving at a church. Yeah. Give that amount to you and make a real big difference in Sudan. Would you like to just say something else just before we close?
Thank you.
Anything that would...
I should have said that we've got virtually no running costs, so everything that you give will go towards buying seeds. So we're just so grateful for your help. Thank you. So I'm blown away by your generous offer of 25% of what comes into you as well. So thank you so much.
Well, it's our privilege, because actually it is this generosity thing that I was trying to say to people, you know, Andrew, this is just me chatting to you, that generosity has its own reward. And that when people freely, the biblical injunction is quite clear. Freely you have received, freely give.
Absolutely.
Right? That's where it is. It's not complicated. It's actually that the Bible is filled with. People always talk about the tithe. That was the beginning of offerings, right? That was bringing your tithe, and then the free will offerings were after that. And so it always occurred to me that generosity was built into the heart of God. And from Christians, that's what we've noticed this year. Generosity has been overflowing with the charities that we've supported, Christian or not Christian, to the Dogs charity just the other week. Beautiful, beautiful charity that we're really blown away by what people out there gave. So I'm going to encourage you all this week to look at the work that Andrew and his colleagues are doing. Small pool. Let's show the JV community, let's show them actually what giving is about. And we'll find out from you. We'll know what happened.
Definitely get back to you. Yeah, thank you.
Get back to me so we can report back. It's been Andrew, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Thank you so much for allowing me to join you. It's been brilliant. Thank you so much.
God bless you, and I hope we come to visit you in Novichok Central soon.
That would be brilliant, yeah.
Okay.
And on behalf of the community, thanks so much for all that you and Sue do. Thank you.
Pleasure. Thank you, Andrew. God bless you.
See ya.
Bye-bye. 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 What a nice man.
Lovely.
Do you know what? I like having nice people on. It makes a difference, doesn't it?
As opposed to nasty people.
Well, you know, you can have people who are a little bit arrogant, a little bit of, you know. Now, a few songs, lots of songs to sing.
Lots of songs, actually.
Lots of songs to sing. I'm going to just go through them. And there's one song, here it is. Now, this song I recorded for Sue. And during these difficult times, I often have no words. I can't speak, and I don't speak, and I don't know what to say. And so when I recorded this in Nashville, she sat in the studio, and it was dedicated to her, and the words were fairly true.
And Marion, you asked for this song for your long-suffering husband. So this one is also for you and for John.
Must have been cold there in my shadow to never have sunlight on your face. You were content to let me shine. That's your way. You always walked a step behind. So I was the one with all the glory, while you were the one with all the strength. A beautiful face without a name for so long, a beautiful smile to hide the pain. Did you ever know that you're my hero and everything I would like to be? I can fly higher than the eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. It might have appeared to go unnoticed, but I've got it here. you to know I know the truth. Of course I know it. I would be nothing without you. Did you ever know that you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. Oh, I can fly higher than the eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings. Did I ever tell you you're my hero? You're everything I wish I could be. I could fly higher than an eagle, 'cause you are the wind beneath my wings.
Thank you. That was
Lovely,
very
Susan.
special. Thank you. That was very special.
Now, moving on.
Moving on.
My mother.
Yes.
Now, it is
Lovely
my mother's
mother-in-law.
88th birthday
88
today.
Yes.
And
So all her celebrations have come at once. Mother's Day and birthday on the same
we
day.
dropped some flowers round for her and a nice little bolero that I bought. I didn't even know what the term bolero meant.
Right.
But is it bolero? What is a bolero?
It's a small jacket.
Is it French? Bolero.
Bolero.
I don't know.
Bolero.
Well, why do people come up with names like this? Why can't they just call it a jumper? What is it? Why is a bolero different from a jumper? It's a long sleeve thing, and it's blue.
A cardigan, actually.
It's a cardigan.
It's
It's not.
But it was
bolero.
lovely. I hope it fitted.
As usual, me going on and trying on the clothes always gets split. They go, "Is that for you?" I go, "Yes." So don't knock it, you know.
So, Mum, Jonathan's first song in public was for his mother.
Mother of mine, you gave to me all of my life
How old were you?
to do as I please. I'd like to give you what you gave to me, mother, sweet mother of mine. Mother, you gave me everything, much more than words can say. I'd like to give you what you gave to me, mother, sweet mother of mine. Mother of mine. Now I am old and I can watch flicks all on my own. I'd like to give you what you gave to me, mother, sweet mother of mine. Mother, sweet mother of mine.
So how
Now
old
she's
were
going to be
you?
watching this tomorrow.
She'll be
weeping because that's what she did. She was weeping all the way through. It was in the music room at school, and that was where I did it. And I did it on a guitar.
And how old were you?
I must have been around about 24. No, I was about 12, 11, 12. And I sung it in a falsetto because my voice hadn't broken. Didn't break until last year.
Anyway, that's not the song that she asked you to sing.
She asked me for an old Jim Reeves special. And it came and I pulled it out of her record collection today. And I pulled it out and I said, this is the one, wasn't it? And it's called In the Garden. And
Elvis Presley did this one.
Elvis Presley did this as well. But this was a Jim Reeves when he did all the gospel album, you know. I come to the garden alone while the dew is still on the roses and the voice I hear falling on my ear, the Son of God discloses, and he walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me I am his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. He speaks, and the sound of his voice is so sweet. The birds hush their singing, and the melody that he gave to me within my heart is real. He walks with me and he talks with me and he tells me I'm his own, and the joy we share as we tarry there, none other has ever known. And I sing that without messing around, or that's a Jim Reeves, that's a real Jim Reeves tribute.
Happy birthday, Mum. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Many more.
Now, I'm going to do one that is similar to that, and it was asked for by Sam Cowan. Now, Sam has been listening from the very, I think, more or less the very beginning.
Yeah, I think so, Sam.
And we went out and we did a show many years ago in Bangor Baptist Church.
Hamilton Road
Baptist Church. I remember it very well. Indeed, I do. So it's lovely to see you here and still maintaining your position with us here in Ulster. I'd love an Ulster fry right now. And not allowed to do anything. Anyway, here's a song that we used to sing when we were kids. And your dad apparently always used to sing this one. Now, as a good Northern Ireland Protestant, I can imagine, I can hear it now.
Yeah.
And the harmony is being sung.
Yeah. And I think probably your dad died about a year ago, so special thoughts for that.
I would love to tell you what I think of Jesus, since I found in him a friend so strong and true. I would tell you how he changed my life completely. It is something that no other friend could do. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. All my life was full of sin when Jesus found me. All my heart was full of misery and woe. Jesus placed his strong and loving arms around me, and he led me in the way I ought to go. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. Every day he comes to me with new assurance. More and more I understand his words of love. But I'll never know just why he came to save me, till someday I see his blessed face above. No one ever cared for me like Jesus. There's no other friend so kind as he. No one else could take the sin and darkness from me. Oh, how much he cared for me. Oh, how much he cared for me. Now, all those in the old style, when they used to do a lot of Billy Graham Crusade, all that kind of, they did a lot of that florid playing. No one ever like Jesus. There were not enough notes on the piano.
No, but they played every
now
single
they
one.
just go, no one ever cared for me like you. You go into a studio now, they go, let's keep it really simple. And Mark Edwards and I, we would go, no, let's make it more complicated, all right?
Can I just say, I'd also like to dedicate that to Rachel Eves. Rachel, I hope you're still with us. You've been watching from your hospital bed. So,
Rachel.
We're sending you lots of love, and that was for you.
And we also, now, I'd like to do let's see. I'd like to do now, Rachel, are you with us? Is she with us?
Yes, she's with us.
Right, can we do the backing track, please?
Right, and so this is for Doreen and John Fairhurst. It's your 58 years of married life on Tuesday. So congratulations. And this one is for you.
And this one is from the album
Hymns Project. One.
And it's just a great rendering. Mark
It's
and
a
I
lovely
did
version of it. Hopefully.
Here you go. Get ready to dance. Nice little Irish jig. You ready? Here we go. I will sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. How he left his home in glory for the cross of Calvary. Yes, I'll sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. Sing it with the saints in glory, gathered by the crystal sea. Well, I was lost, but Jesus found me, found the sheep that went astray. Threw his loving arms around me, drew me back into his way. So yes, I'll sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. Sing it with the saints in glory, gathered by the crystal sea. Days of darkness still come o'er me, sorrow's path I often tread, but his presence still is with me, by his guiding hand I'm led. So yes, I'll sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. Sing it with the saints in glory, gathered by the crystal sea. He will keep me till the river rolls its waters at my feet. Then he'll bear me safely over where the loved ones I shall meet. So yes, I'll sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. Sing it with the saints in glory, gathered by the crystal sea. Yes, I'll sing the wondrous story of the Christ who died for me. Sing it with the saints in glory, gathered by the crystal sea.
That was great.
I
People
think, and
enjoyed
actually,
that.
we'd love you to sing that version,
that's
just
great.
that verse, just pep it up a bit.
Yeah, no, it's great fun.
Now, it means that's closing. I'm going to have to get rid of that, and let's have to see the time. And what is the time? Let's have a
The
look.
time is 10:02.
10 to. My goodness, we're going to be slightly late tonight. Then I'm going to do this because, and then we'll do the two for you. So,
Okay.
are there any others that have to be? No.
No, I think anything else
I think
can
I'm
be.
done. I'm done. Yes. Well, this is really a challenge for me right now because it's the end of the evening, but I'm going to try and sing it so I can put it there. And it's from Mendelssohn's Elijah. And who asked for this?
Elaine Haywood
Haywood.
suggested it. She says that every time she
Yeah.
thinks it sort of pops up. And it's a stunning piece. And
Stunning
you
piece.
can't
And
say
it's-
that you don't get broad spectrum
Broad
stuff
spectrum.
tonight.
So I'm going to try and sing it and see what happens. I don't know.
Go for it. Just go for it.
And this, it appears when it's the prophets of Baal in the piece, and he's saying, do it louder, and nothing's happening, and the sacrifice has been burned. And so he gets down, if you remember, on his knees, and he just says, Lord God of Abraham, Isaac and Israel, let it be known that thou art God, that I am thy servant, Lord God of Abraham. It's one of the great pieces, one of the great religious, and I remember doing this with Tim Venville years ago. And I didn't do it, I was meant to do it again, never did it again. And I was doing comedy all the time. So this here it is.
Bravo, my husband. No, you did that very well. No, there were no. It was just fantastic. And I know it's not the song you asked for, but I'd like to say that was for Judy Wallach. Judy, your birthday was March the 2nd, but for some reason we missed.
I've got to sing one verse of that, and I know we messed up. So just you're gonna have to be patient, everybody. This is out.
Okay. Well, you were going to get one dedication. Now you got another. It was March the 2nd was your birthday.
By the Lord of sea and sky, I have heard my people cry, all who dwell in dark and sin, my hand will save. I who made the stars of night, I will make their darkness bright. Who will bear my light to them? Whom shall I send? Here I am, Lord. Is it I, Lord? I have heard you calling in the night. if you lead me, I will hold your people in my heart. I will hold your people in my heart. Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful, where the streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name in the land that is plentiful, where the streams of abundance flow. Blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. Blessed be your name when the sun's shining down on me, when the world's all as it should be. Blessed be your name. Blessed be your name on the road marked with suffering, put his pain in the offering. Blessed be your name. Every blessing you pour out, I'll turn back to praise. When the darkness closes in, Lord, still I will say, blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. You give and take away. You give and take away. My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. You give and take away. You give and take away. My heart will choose to say, Lord, blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your name. Blessed be the name of the Lord. Blessed be your glorious name. That was for somebody else.
That was for, I've got it written down, John and Ros Clift. You
So,
asked for that one. Me.
do you think?
Okay. So, just a few little bits and pieces. The second lockdown sessions CD is almost available, and I'm going to be putting that up on the website very soon. That's
Have you
on
got
the
the picture?
JV.
Have you got the picture?
She's just finding it for me, darling. So it will come up on the screen in a minute. So the idea is that there it is up there on the picture. So it's a beautiful front cover that Claire's designed for us. So thank you so much, Claire. And it's called Moments. And so the website, www.jonathanvera.com, has a shop, and it will be available to pre-order in the shop. Hopefully next week, if I can get the information up onto the website. So if you've contributed to crowdfunding, you will get a copy sent to you anyway.
For free.
So if you would like to order other copies to give away, perhaps as Easter presents or something like that,
It'd be lovely for us
that would
if
be
you
lovely.
did.
And we'll put that up on the website for you to actually order them. So
How much are they,
fine.
Sue?
They will be £12 plus £2 postage and packing. But hopefully, because it's not pre-Christmas and the post office has got itself a little bit more organised, John Greenwood shouldn't be waiting 3 weeks for his
That's
copy.
the idea.
That's the
But
idea.
we do stress again that those people, 360 of you or so, who
Yeah.
contributed, who got the first album, we are giving this to you. All right. It's just the right thing to do.
Yep, so that would be your gift.
That would be your gift.
If you would like to perhaps order some other CDs,
a lot
from It Is Well Tonight. So The Prayer, You've Got a Friend, obviously Wind Beneath My Wings was on that one. So that's good. Hymns Project.
Hymns Project 1.
I Will Sing the Wondrous Story. And I'm glad you like that one. A lot of people like that one, so that's fantastic.
Hymns Project 1. Really can't recommend that enough. It's a great CD.
And of course, Hymns Project 2, we had the other one, Swing Down Chariot.
Don't forget the books.
Yes, you can get the music books.
1 and 2.
Yes, so you can order those from the shop.
When you get back to church, you'll be requiring these to go and sing The Lord Bless You and Keep You and all that, and Love That Will Not Let Me Go, and all the songs that we've written there.
Huge thanks to anyone who did contribute to our fund this week. And we don't expect you to, but we are grateful when you do. So thank you very much. You can either do it through sending an email to me on sue@jonathanvera.com, and I'm happy to give you bank account details, or you can go on to PayPal, which is paypal.me// and Jonathan Vera all in one. And but by all means, just write to me at sue@jonathanvera.com, and I will answer any questions that you have.
We're gonna end this evening as it's later than, but you know what?
Yes, we do apologise. There's rather a lot in the programme tonight, so.
Go peaceful in gentleness through the violence of these days. Give freely, show tenderness in all your God speed you, God lead you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known by love.
Speak truthfully in a world of greed and lies. Show kindness, see everyone through heaven's eyes.
God hold you, enfold you, and keep you wrapped around His heart. May you be known by love. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you His peace. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make His face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you His peace and give you His peace. and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you and be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord turn his face toward you. The Lord bless you and keep you and be gracious to you. And be gracious to you. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face to shine on you. The Lord bless you and keep you and give you his peace. And give you his peace. No, see you next week.
God bless you and give you his peace. Have a good week this week. Thank you.
And thanks to the tech team.
Yes, thank you guys.